There comes a moment in everyone's life when you realize that talent alone is not enough. The world doesn't reward potential, it rewards preparation. In a time when everything is changing faster than ever, technology, business, careers, and even human relationships, one truth stands strong. Your skills are your greatest asset. Jack Ma once said, "You cannot unify everyone's thoughts, but you can unify everyone's skills." And that's the foundation of success. Not luck, not privilege, but skills that never expire. The world has changed. Have you? We live in a world where information is free, yet wisdom is rare. Where people chase fame, but forget to build ability. Where everyone wants success, but few are willing to sharpen their tools before the opportunity arrives. Here's the harsh truth. If you don't learn the right skills in time, the world will move ahead, and you'll be left wondering what went wrong. You can't rely on a degree anymore. You can't depend on a single job. The new economy doesn't ask what school you went to. It asks, what can you do? And that's why today, we're going to talk about 5 life-changing skills you must master. Not someday, but now. Because by the time you realize how important they are, it might already be too late. Skill number 1, learning how to learn, sounds simple, doesn't it? But this one skill separates those who grow from those who fade. The world is evolving at lightning speed, and the only way to survive is to stay curious. Most people stop learning once they finish school. That's where failure begins. Jack Ma once said, "Never give up learning, because life never stops teaching." And he's right. The people who win today aren't the smartest. They're the fastest learners. If you can learn new skills quickly, adapt to change, and stay hungry for growth, you'll never be left behind. Because while others complain about how the world is changing, you'll be the one shaping that change. So ask yourself, when was the last time you learned something new? Not because you had to, but because you wanted to. The best investment you can make isn't in crypto, gold, or real estate. It's in your ability to learn faster than everyone else. Skill number 2, communication. The language of opportunity. You can have the greatest idea in the world, but if you can't express it clearly, it dies in silence. Communication is not about speaking perfect English or using big words. It's about connection. It's about making people believe, understand, and feel your message. Every leader, every entrepreneur, every visionary, they all mastered the art of communication. When Jack Ma was young, he practiced speaking by giving free English tours to tourists in Hangzhou. He wasn't paid, but he was. Preparing, that practice became one of his greatest advantages later in life. If you can communicate confidently in interviews, meetings, or even social situations, you'll open doors others can't even see. Remember, people don't follow ideas. They follow clarity, confidence, and conviction. So, stop being afraid of speaking up. Every time you share your thoughts, you sharpen your future. Skill number 3, emotional intelligence. Mastering yourself before the world. We often chase knowledge, but forget to understand ourselves. You can be brilliant, but if you can't manage your emotions, your intelligence won't matter. Emotional intelligence, EQ, is what helps you stay calm in chaos, respectful under pressure, and kind even when the world isn't. Jack Ma often says, "A person with a high IQ but low EQ will struggle to lead, because leadership isn't about control. It's about understanding. People.EQ teaches you how to listen instead of react. It teaches you how to stay focused instead of frustrated. And most importantly, it teaches you how to work with others. even when you disagree. In life, your emotions can either be your greatest weapon or your biggest weakness. Learn to master them, and you'll become unstoppable. Skill number 4, resilience. The power to keep going. Let's be honest. Life will test you. People will doubt you. Plans will fail. But that's not the end. That's the test. Resilience means showing up again after every fall. It's what separates dreamers from doers. When Jack Ma started Alibaba, he was rejected by investors, laughed at by peers, and doubted by everyone. He could have quit, but he didn't. Why? Because he understood that rejection is not a wall. It's a mirror. It reflects how badly you want something. So, if life pushes you down 10 times, stand up 11. Because success doesn't belong to the most talented, it belongs to the most resilient. Skill number 5, adaptability. The future belongs to the flexible. Change is the only constant now. New technologies, new industries, new ways of thinking. And if you can't adapt, you'll be replaced by someone who can. Adaptability means being open-minded. It means saying, I don't know, but I'll learn. Jack Ma wasn't a tech expert when he founded Alibaba. He didn't even know how to code, but he had the courage to adapt. He saw what others couldn't, the rise of the internet, and he moved fast. That's the secret. The world doesn't wait for the ready. It rewards the adaptable. So don't get too comfortable. Learn, unlearn, relearn. Because the moment you stop growing, you start fading. From knowing to becoming. Now you know the 5 skills that can change your life. Learning, communication, emotional intelligence, resilience, and adaptability. But here's the truth. Knowing them is not enough. You must practice them, because knowledge without action is just decoration. In the next chapter, we'll explore how to develop these 5 skills in real life, step by step, and how to turn them into unstoppable momentum for your future. Because it's not what you know that defines you, it's what you do. With what you know, you've learned the 5 essential skills that can shape your destiny. Now, it's time to go deeper. To learn how to turn those skills into power. Because knowledge is potential energy. But application, that's where the real transformation begins. Jack Ma once said, if you want to be successful, learn from the mistakes of others, not from success stories. That's because success is not built by luck. It's built by learning, adapting, and acting consistently even when no one notices. So, let's uncover how to transform those 5 life-changing skills into your personal formula for unstoppable growth. From learning to evolving, it's not enough to learn, you must evolve. You see, most people learn to pass exams, not to improve their lives. They read to sound smart, not to become better. But the real learners, the future leaders, learn to change. Every time you learn something new, ask yourself, how can I apply this today? Read books that challenge your thinking. Watch videos that expand your vision. Talk to people who know more than you. And listen, don't just learn information. Learn interpretation. The more you learn, the more flexible you become. And flexibility is the seed of innovation. When you make learning your daily habit, you no longer chase opportunities. They start chasing you. From communication to connection. Communication is not about speaking beautifully. It's about speaking meaningfully. Anyone can talk, but few can connect. The best communicators aren't the ones who speak the most. They're the ones who make others feel understood. If you want to improve your communication skills, stop focusing on sounding impressive. Focus on being clear, real, and kind. Jack Ma often says, "Your ability to express your ideas clearly is your ticket to opportunity." He's right, because in every business deal, every relationship, every interview, it's your voice that opens the door before your talent even walks in. So, practice. Talk with purpose. Listen with intention. The more you connect, the more influence you build. And remember, confidence doesn't come from being perfect. It comes from being prepared. From emotional intelligence to leadership, emotional intelligence, EQ, isn't something you're born with. It's something you train. Every argument, every failure, every challenge is an opportunity to strengthen your EQ. When someone offends you, pause before reacting. When plans fall apart, focus on solutions, not blame. When people disagree with you, listen, learn, and lead with calmness. You can't control how others treat you, but you can control how you respond. Jack Ma said, "If you can't handle stress, you can't handle success." And that's the truth. Success doesn't require more power. It requires more patience. The next time you feel angry, impatient, or disappointed, remember, this is EQ training in disguise. It's life teaching you emotional control, the foundation of leadership. Because leaders don't shout to be heard, they stay calm to be followed. From resilience to mastery. Everyone wants success, but few can handle struggle. Yet, struggle is not your enemy. It's your training ground. Resilience is built in the moments when you feel like giving up, but don't. When you fail, but try again. When you're tired, but still show up. Jack Ma was rejected dozens of times before success found him. He didn't quit because he understood failure is a teacher, not a sentence. The people who keep pushing, even when they don't see results, eventually outgrow those who quit early. You can't control how long it takes, but you can control how long you try. And when you master resilience, you become unstoppable, because nothing external can break what you've already built internally. So remember, failure doesn't end your story. It sharpens it. 7. Final message. The road ahead. If you're walking alone right now, don't lose heart. You're not lost, you're just early. One day, people will see what you've built. They'll call you lucky, not knowing how many silent nights it took to get there. They'll see your success, but never your struggle. And that's okay, because walking alone means you don't need anyone's approval to keep walking. Remember, the lion walks alone, not because it's lonely, but because it's strong. The eagle flies solo, not because it can't join the flock, but because it sees further. So, keep walking, keep building, keep believing. Your time is coming. And when it does, the same silence that tested you will one day celebrate you. Don't fear being alone. Fear never discovering who you could have become if you had the courage to be. Because walking alone is not a punishment, it's a privilege. It's where vision is born, where strength is forged, and where destiny begins. So walk alone today. Not forever, but until the world can see what you've been building in silence. And when they finally see it, they'll understand why you never stopped.